Hello! Have you ever done a water fast before? Have you ever thought about doing a water fast before? This is Dr. CJ Benkert with Pura Vida Wellness, and tonight, Easter evening, we are kicking off our 5-day guided water fast. I am super excited. A lot of you undertook this journey with me in January. I'm going again because so many people had such amazing results, and there's so much science and so much power behind water fasting that we are starting another 5-day water fast tomorrow morning, Monday through Friday. Are you ready? Comment below if you're ready. Comment below if you've registered. If you register, you will receive my 5-day water fast guide. Everything you need to know is in this guide, but I'm going to be going live and guiding you through live every single day starting tonight to get you ready and take you by the hand and lock arms with you and be your guide, be your Sherpa throughout these next 5 days. So tonight, happy Easter. I hope you had an amazing time with your family. I hope you have had some really amazing, delicious food. Tonight is your last supper, so to speak. Tonight is your last supper. So have what you want tonight. I'm not saying gorge on a bunch of junk, but like tonight, I'm going to, just to give you an idea what I'm eating, to give you some ideas. So I'm going to be having either salmon or grass-fed steak, some potatoes, which is a progesterone hormone-building food. So I do high-carb hormone-building foods at least once a week. I'm going to be having some broccoli, maybe some other vegetables. I have some keto ice cream bars that I picked up that are sweetened with erythritol. That'll be my little treat for tonight. So I've got several of my ongoing clients that are going through the Pura Vida transformation system that joined me on my 5-day water fast last January that have already started the fast. And do you know why? Because when we did it in January, so many people felt so amazing. By day 5, many of my clients extended. They either extended the water fast for 7, 8, 9 days, and then some of them did the 5-day water fast, and then they did the second week, the 5-day fasting mimicking program by Dr. Walter Longo, which is called Prolone. So we have those kits in our office. I'm going to offer a special on those kits for anybody that would like to break their fast with those kits. So tonight's your last supper. I want you to enjoy your evening. It's 7 o'clock. Maybe some of you have already had dinner. That's fine. But if you haven't, just have some good, healthy food, good protein, lots of vegetables. I'm not giving you free license to to just gorge on a bunch of junk food. That would be somewhat counterproductive. But within reason, if you had some good healthy food and this is your high carb day, if maybe you want a little bit of keto cheesecake or I don't know, some whole fat yogurt with some blueberries and some keto syrup, maple syrup, something like that. So, all right, so let's get ready. All right, we're going to make this short and sweet. What I've decided to do, some of the feedback from the last 5-day water fast was everybody kind of wanted to have more of a heads up of when I was going to be going live. And what I decided to do is, to me, it made more sense to go live for the next day the night before. So we're actually starting the 5-day water fast training tonight. So not only is it a kickoff, we're actually starting the training tonight. So I'm going to be going over day 1 tonight and just a few little tidbits of what to expect throughout the week. And then tomorrow will be the only day that I do not go live at 7. So I'll be going live at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every night tonight, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll probably go live again Friday just for people that want to continue on or to just give you more instruction and more training and more guidance and more tips on how to properly break the fast or continue the fast. Tomorrow, Monday, will be the only day that I go at a different time. I'm out of town. I'm at my river house. I'm overlooking this amazing river view right now. I've spent the weekend with my daughter, my loved ones, my grandkids. And so tomorrow I'll be heading home sometime in the afternoon. So tomorrow I'll be going live at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, just like tonight. Okay, so let's go ahead. Tonight will probably be one of the longest nights, but I'm going to be very cognizant of the time. Really everything you need is in the guide. So if you want to do this water fast with me, hi Michelle, hi Lynette, hi Coach Teresa, hi Dana, hi Paulina, this is so awesome. All right, so if you want to do this 5-day water fast with me, you want my help and my guidance, my expertise. So I've been doing this for a long time. I've been practicing for 28 years now. I've devoted my entire life to health, nutrition, helping others be healthy. If you want my assistance, if you want my guidance, then you need to register. So everywhere I'm going live right now, I'm going live in my personal profile page. I'm going live in the Facebook Pura Vida Wellness business page. We're going live in the community page, which is called Pura Vida Wellness with Dr. CJ. We're going live into my private paid-only membership group called Pura Vida Wellness Tribe. I'm also going live for the first time ever in my YouTube channel, Dr. CJ Benkert YouTube channel. So I'm going live on all those places, and everywhere that I'm going live, I think except YouTube. I don't know if I've posted. Yes, I did post a link. So I have posted the link that allows you to register so that we know who's going through the fast. Now, please, if you're wanting to follow us and just gain some knowledge and change your life for the better, learn how to turn off cancer genes, learn how to turn on longevity, learn how to combat the effects of aging, register. It doesn't mean that you are committing to doing the 5-day water fast. When you register for this 5-day water fast, you know what it's doing? You are committing to opening up your mind and learning something new. You are committing to honor the innate intelligence within you that allows you to heal and to be your best, most authentic, purest self in mind, body, and spirit. That's what you're registering for. That's the commitment that you're making. And if you're going to actually participate in the fast and do the fast, great. Or maybe you're like, you know what? I've never done a water fast. I'm just going to go till lunch without food. You know what? That's called intermittent fasting, and that would be huge. That would be amazing. That's one of the first things I teach my clients is we start doing actually I changed it, a 5 to 7 hour eating window every day. So most of my clients, we teach them not to start eating until lunch. So even if you just skip breakfast tomorrow and you ate lunch tomorrow, you're participating in our fast. Because in that short amount of time from now until tomorrow lunch, you have gone without eating for 14, 15, 16, 17 hours. You have kicked in fat burning. You have kicked in autophagy. So there's benefits all along the way. And that's why I'm going live. And that's why I want to guide you through this, is I want to slowly take you through step by step by step, day by day, so that when you register, you get this guide. And this guide is going to go over the 7 benefits of fasting, the 4 keys to having a successful fast, the nutrients and the different products that I recommend. So you know what's so amazing about fasting? It's free. It doesn't cost any money. All you're going to be doing is you're going to be drinking some water. Drinking some water. And we're going to be putting some electrolytes and minerals in that water. So I'm going to cover all those products tonight. I have some of them with me, some of them I don't. So tomorrow, once I get home, or actually Tuesday, once I get home, I'll include a few more of the products. So we're going to cover the 7 benefits of fasting, the 4 keys to a successful fast, the different products that will help you. But remember, fasting is easy. It's free. I truly believe, based on the science, based on the research, there is nothing more powerful to heal your body and to turn on autophagy and to turn on the youth processes in the body, that innate intelligence, than water fasting. Supplementing your body with adrenal supplements is not as powerful. Intermittent fasting is not as powerful. Going through a liver detox is not as powerful. There is nothing else you can do that's going to create more healing and more change in your body. And every day I go live, I'm going to explain to you and teach you and help you discover all the different amazing things that are happening in the first 15 hours. If you just wait until lunch tomorrow, you've had a huge success. You're a winner. And then maybe you go until tomorrow dinner. Maybe you go, that's 24-hour fast. That's successful. There's specific physiological things happening in your body 24 hours. And then different things 48 hours start happening. Let's back up. Even 36 hours, there's specific things that happen. 48 hours, there's specific things. So I'm going to cover with you all these different things that are happening in your body after 13 hours of fasting, 17 hours of fasting, 24 hours of fasting, 36, 48, 72, what's going on in your body on day 4, what's going on in your body on day 5. Dr. Thomas Seyfried, who wrote the book Cancer as a Metabolic Disease, based on the last 100 years of research. We have lots of research on fasting. Do you know what the world's record is for fasting? How many days somebody safely fasted? 382 days. Now that was somebody who had a lot of weight to lose, but truth be told, 3/4 of the world is either obese or overweight. 7 out of 10 people on this planet are either overweight or obese. 7 out of 10 people on this planet are insulin resistant. And I'm not talking diabetes. I'm talking insulin resistance as the basis of all disease. We now know that all disease starts with insulin resistance because it creates inflammation, it creates hormone disruption, it creates accelerated aging, oxidation, and is the commonality to all chronic degenerative illnesses. Diabetes has insulin resistance as its foundation, as its start. Strokes, cancer, heart disease, autoimmune, you name it. It all starts with insulin resistance. So fasting can reverse insulin resistance. Fasting can get you into fat burning. Because remember, there's only 2 things your body can use for fuel, sugar or fat. Right now, if you're not a client of mine, I can pretty much guarantee you, unless you're really ahead of the curve, that you are a sugar burner, that you are creating disease and inflammation and aging in your body. My clients are fat burners. Fat is a clean fuel. It protects the brain. It protects you against Alzheimer's. All right, so you have to register, whether you're going to be doing the fast or not. If you want to learn and you want to follow me and you're willing to open your mind and enrich yourself and better yourself, if that's what you want, if you're one of the 3% of the people on the planet that are willing to take control and willing to make decisions for themselves and not follow, but be a leader and live it to lead it, if you're one of those 3%ers, I want you to stay on this live. If you're not one of those 3%ers, I don't want you to stay on the live. I don't want you to register for the 5-day water fast. But if you want to make a difference, if you want to be your best, if you want to live your purest life, your Pura Vida life in mind, body, and spirit, there is nothing more powerful than this 5-day water fast. Nothing. It's easy. It's free. So you have to register to get the guide. Okay, so let's briefly discuss. And if you're on the call with me and you want to get into the comments, let's see here. All right, if you want to get into the comments, Please comment below if you know any of these answers. I see some people here that it says Facebook user. That means that you're watching me live, but you didn't agree to the StreamYard regulations. For me to know who you are, you have to agree to the StreamYard regulations. And I think there's something that you click on to agree to that. When you do that, then I'll know who's saying, because somebody says looking for fasting, ready to do the fast, watching your live video. I don't know who you are. But if you said agree to the StreamYard regulations or whatever it's called, then I'll know who you are. I want to know who you are. And if you want to communicate with me, Facebook message me on my private profile. That's fine. Comment. I'll be checking all the different places here. YouTube, all of our Facebook channels, the business page. I'll be checking everything throughout the week. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to answer all your questions. Okay, so do you know what the 7 benefits of water fasting are? Number 1, this is my favorite, cellular autophagy. Fasting, when you're putting just water into your system and not digesting food, even if it's healthy food, for the first time ever, you're giving your body the rest and the time and the space needed to start to heal. So all of our ancestors fasted. Mohammed, Jesus, and Buddha, they all had one thing in common. They all fasted. They might have disagreed on their religion or who God is to them, but they agreed on fasting. Because fasting's been around in the human civilization for thousands of years. So when you fast, you allow the body finally to rest. But most people on the planet right now have been born into continuous food supply, eating every few hours. Almost everything we've been told is wrong about nutrition and health, because who are we listening to about nutrition and health? But we're listening to the allopathic model, which is based on treating symptoms with drugs and surgery. And if that's where you want to go, and if that's your model and that's your paradigm, this is not the right place for you. If you believe that you're a friggin' miracle, that your body can heal, that you can protect yourself against cancer, and that your body has the power, the innate intelligence, the power inside to thwart off cancer, to reverse illnesses, to reverse diabetes, to protect your health and be young and healthy for longer, then this is the right place for you. All right, so cellular autophagy is one of the benefits. Autophagy, 2016, a gentleman won the Nobel Medical Prize for his work on autophagy, self-eating. Autophagy is the process of the body going in and cleaning up cellular debris. It's like starting a brand new garden and pulling all the weeds out. So the body can go in and it can eat up cancer cells. It can eat up cells that aren't healthy. It can create new cells. So self-eating, spring cleaning. So the first benefit is that we're going to just remove all the bad stuff. And that's the recycle stage. That's where we just get rid of the junk, anything that's not totally healthy, that's not totally serving you, that isn't leading you and is not a part of your next higher level, your next better self. Your body's going to go in and remove those cells that aren't working. Dr. Daniel Pompa, one of my mentors, has a saying, bad cells cannot adapt. In other words, if you put a stress on the system, water fast is a good stress, a eustress. If you put a stress on the system, bad cells, unhealthy cells, damaged cells, cancerous cells, precancerous cells, toxic cells cannot adapt. Healthy cells, cells that are working at their optimal function, they survive. So you clean out all the bad stuff and you leave the good stuff. Number 1 benefit of fasting. Number 2, we're going to start increasing throughout the days more and more as we go along. But one of the benefits of fasting is a rise in stem cells. And you've heard of stem cells because it's kind of like it's the new fad, right? We're gonna inject stem cells into our shoulder and create new tissue. Stem cells are found in the placenta of a brand new infant. Stem cells are those beautiful brand new cells that can make anything that it wants to. It can make new liver cells. They haven't differentiated yet. So they're just this little cell that can be anything it wants to be. It can be a liver cell. It can be a lung cell. It can be a muscle cell. It can be a new cell in the gut lining, a new epithelial cell. It can be a new cell, epithelial cell on your face. Fasting skin tags turn off. Aging spots reduce. So most adults don't have stem cell activity. Stem cells are for infants and children as they're developing to build and grow and develop. And then once you're an adult, most people don't have stem cell activity. But guess what fasting does? It gives you back those stem cells. Wow, that's phenomenal. It gives you that power. It turns that power on in your body that creates new life. New life. So we don't have to have this slow, steady decline of our health. Yes, we are here for a limited time. That is true. None of us will escape death. But you get to choose how you show up. You get to choose your quality of life. You get to choose your energy level. You get to choose your strength. You get to choose whether or not you're a burden on your family. You get to choose whether or not you end up in a nursing home with someone changing your diapers and you don't remember who you are, and your family comes to visit you and you don't remember who they are. Because this insulin resistance set in and you didn't do anything about it, and it turned into Alzheimer's, or it turned into a stroke, or it turned into cancer. Our God-given right, our birthright, we were born into these bodies to thrive, not just survive. We were born into these bodies to be healthy and energetic and to love and to give and to be on fire and to be passionate about life and to give our gift to the world. My gift to the world is teaching and inspiring and guiding and helping other people discover how to have their purest life in mind, body, and spirit. And one of the ways to do that, one of the most powerful, easy, fastest way is a fast. One of the fastest ways to heal your body and to improve your health and to protect yourself against getting cancer is fasting. Awesome. Number 3, ketones. Are you a sugar burner? Are you a fat burner? Are you burning fat for fuel, which is that beautiful blue flame on your gas stove? No smoke, no oxidation, clean burning, keeps your glucose level, your endurance level throughout the day. You don't need food when you get hungry, so your body just goes in and burns up a little bit of that body fat that we all have storage of body fat. Even at your ideal weight, you still have body fat stored in your body. I'm 20% body fat. That is an ideal body fat percentage for me. Most females should be somewhere between 20 and 25%. I'm 20% body fat. I'm 150 pounds. Let's do the math. I have 30 pounds of body fat. That's a healthy level for a female. I have 30 pounds of body fat available to me at any one time, so I can easily wake up, drink some organic coffee, put some coconut oil in there, still not going to raise my glucose, not going to release insulin, not going to create inflammation, not going to create aging. And I can continue to burn fat for fuel, because every pound of fat that's stored in my body is a reservoir of 3,500 calories of fuel. As if I had access to 3,500 calories of food, which would be like a 20-ounce T-bone steak, a huge baked potato with butter and sour cream, a big hot fudge sundae at the end. My body has access to that kind of fuel without having to eat food, because I'm a fat burner. So when you start fasting, even after 13 hours, you're going to start burning fat for fuel. And it's just going to go up and up and up, as we go through the 5 days. That body's ability to produce ketones, to burn fat for fuel, which are healing to the brain, neuroprotective, protects you against Alzheimer's, dementia, releases dopamine in your brain so that you're happy and you feel loved. Those ketones are going to increasingly be released as we go through the 5 days. Number 4, energy diversion. So when you're not putting food in your mouth every 2 hours, and your body's not taking all this energy to break down food, digest food, absorb nutrients into the cells, toxins to go through the liver, stuff to go through the kidneys, the pancreas is working, the gallbladder's working. All these organs are working when you're eating food, taking all this energy. So the 4th benefit is energy diversion. Because we're not eating, because we're just cleaning up dead cells and cellular debris and unhealthy tissue, we're using that for fuel, which has a ton of protein, and we're using this excess fat that most of us have. Now we have all this energy for autophagy, to increase stem cells, and all the other amazing things that happen during fasting that we're going to cover over the next 5 days. Number 5, hormone optimization. I'm looking for, please hold. All right, this would not be a Dr. CJ talk, a Pura Vida Wellness talk, without this. This is a beautiful, this signifies, or what's the word? This, okay, let's just stick with signifies. This represents a cell in your body. You have 70 trillion of these cells. And see that? Those are receptors. Those are hormone receptors. Every cell in your body has insulin receptors, and every cell in your body has 20,000 hormone receptors, testosterone receptors, thyroid hormone receptors, dopamine receptors, oxytocin receptors, leptin receptors, adrenaline receptors. Every cell has hormone receptors, but when you're a sugar burner and you have toxins in your system and you've never fasted and you haven't cleaned up your diet, these receptors are deadened, they're blunted, they're full of gunk, they're full of hydrogenated fats and toxins, and these beautiful antennas cannot communicate and send out signals. For example, if you eat a piece of bread that breaks down into sugar, your body's going to release insulin, and it's going to grab glucose by the hand, and it's going to go, come on, little sugar, we got to go in the cell. You can't stay in the blood. So insulin is going to grab that sugar molecule, and it's going to knock on the door of the cell, and it's going to attach like a key in a lock to an insulin receptor that's going to say, hey, I want to come in. I want to bring this glucose in. When you're insulin resistant, when you're unhealthy, when your cells are dehydrated and inflamed, the key doesn't fit, and the cell's like, nope, I'm too sick, I'm too dehydrated, I'm too inflamed, I will not accept that glucose. What happens? Blood sugar raises, creates damage to your kidneys, vision, it creates insulin resistance, it creates inflammation, all of that. So fasting heals the hormone receptors and allows the body to have optimal hormone function. 6, heal the gut. When you're not putting a bunch of food in your gut and digesting a bunch of food and not putting inflammatory foods into your gut, into your small intestine, into your large intestine, your colon, now all of the lining of your gut, of your intestines, they can start healing. And you can actually completely reset all of the cells in your gut within just 24 hours of not eating. Just 24 hours of not putting food in your body helps to heal your gut. Isn't that amazing? So whether you wait till tomorrow to eat or tomorrow night, there's benefits all along the way. You're going to have benefits. And the longer you go, the more benefits you're going to have. But maybe it's not good for you to go super long. That's okay. Maybe you're just starting. So wherever you are, I want to meet you where you are. Send me some messages, comment in the different comment sections, and I'll help you and guide you through. Maybe you want to start with a bone broth fast instead of a water fast. What I don't want you to do, though, is juicing fast, especially if it's got fruit juice in it. I'd be okay with only vegetable juice fast, but bone broth fast would be a good place to start because bone broth actually has quite a bit of glycine in it, which is amazing at healing the gut. It's an amino acid that the gut really loves. But I'm guiding you through a water fast. But maybe you join this journey and you're just going to do bone broth for a few days. Or maybe you're just going to do some green juices for a few days. That's okay. Just let me know and I'll guide you along the way. All right. The last benefit of fasting is when you're fasting, when you're in a state of autophagy, when you've got stem cells, so autophagy is recycling, stem cells is regenerating. So you've got this recycle, regeneration, recycle, regeneration. When you're in that state, when you're allowing your body to detoxify because you're not putting food in, and all these toxins that are lodged in the cell membrane, because most toxins are fat soluble, so toxins in your body typically are normally only found in two places. Fat cells, because they're fat soluble, so where are they going to go? They're going to go to where fat is. So the two main places where you have fat is fat cells and your cellular membranes. Our cells are what we call a lipid or fat bi or two layers. So two layers of fats. That's what our cells are made of. So when you're fasting and you're allowing these cells to finally clean up and heal, you're releasing toxins. When you release toxins, guess what happens? You turn off diseased genes. So there's a brand new field that's only been around for about 10 years, about the same amount of time that we discovered autophagy, and it's called EPI genetics. So we've been taught our entire life that we are doomed by our genetics. We've been taught our entire life, oh, well, my mom had breast cancer, so that means I'm going to have breast cancer. But we now know unequivocally, absolutely, with 100% certainty, based on studies, on animal studies, double-blind, randomized studies, that when you give the body good stuff and allow toxins to come out, you can actually turn off diseased genes. So if you've turned on a cancer gene, if you've turned on a lupus gene, if you've turned on a rheumatoid arthritis gene, if you've turned on a leukemia gene, you can just as easily turn that off with lifestyle changes. Eating different foods, fasting, supporting your body nutritionally, changing your thoughts, creating a relationship with your God, building up your body, yourself, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. When you're taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, and you're in balance, and you're allowing love to dominate your life instead of fear and hate and bitterness and resentment, you're turning off genes. So I don't care what your DNA says. I don't care what that DNA test came back with. You do not have to express that gene if you don't want to. So this is the way it was explained to me. Your DNA or your genes are like the gun, right? Whether or not that gun fires and that disease, let's call it breast cancer, whether or not that gun is fired and that disease expresses itself in your life, the trigger is your lifestyle. The trigger that determines whether that disease expresses itself outwardly in an actual disease is toxicity levels, your level of thinking, how you treat other people, the nutrition that you put in your body, how often you fast. And I started this sentence about 5 minutes ago and didn't finish it. We're almost done. Dr. Thomas Seyfried, who wrote the book on cancer as a metabolic disease, talking about fat burning and sugar burning and mitochondria based on all of the research with fasting. His findings are, one, you guys ready for this? This is huge. This is the number one reason, in my opinion, to do this 5-day water fast. One 7-day water fast a year. One 7-day water fast a year decreases your chances of getting cancer by 95%. So we did a 5-day water fast in January. We're doing another one now. They're cumulative, so you could do, a 3-day water fast and another 3-day water fast. Each time you go to do that water fast, though, if you can go a little longer each time, you're going to go deeper and you're going to create more change. But just one 7-day water fast a year decreases your chance of getting cancer by 95%. All right, let's finish up. I want to cover the next page of the guide, which is the 4 keys to a successful fast. I've really already talked about this. The number one key, or the number one thing that I need from you if you want to have a successful fast, if you want to create a change in your body, is you making that decision that you're going to do something good for yourself. You just make that decision. All throughout history, when people have done amazing transformations in their lives, when surveyed and asked, what was it? What was it that allowed that transformation in your life? What was it that allowed you to go from here to here? What was it that allowed you to build a company from scratch into a multi-million-dollar company? What was it that allowed you to stop smoking that day 20 years ago? You know what the number one answer is? I just decided. I just made that decision. So will you make that decision with me tonight? Will you have your last supper tonight? And will you just take it one day at a time with me, starting tomorrow morning, and drink water? And I'm going to share the minerals with you in just a second. Will you make that decision? That's the number one key to your success, is you just deciding, I'm going to do this. I trust in my body. And if you don't believe me, start looking up Dr. Jason Fung. Start looking up Dr. Walter Longo. Start looking up Dr. Daniel Pompa. Start looking up Dr. Thomas Seyfried. These are scientists and doctors that you go onto YouTube or you do any type of Googling, you're going to find that everything that I'm discussing with you is 100% science-based. It's safe as long as you have a good guide and you take it one step at a time. Michelle said, yes, because I love myself. Yes, will you make that decision? Okay, so that's the number one thing. You just make the decision. Number 2 key to having a success over the next week, I'm just going to kind of prep you for the week, is you need to really be in the mindset of allowing this time for resting and healing and letting go. So this is not the 5 days to go to the gym every day and lift a 100-pound bench press. This is not the day to start your boot camp. This is a day that all of your extra energy you want to use for healing and recycling and regenerating and increasing autophagy and increasing human growth hormone and testosterone and increasing the turning off of cancer cells. So rest, rest, rest. The next tip is you're only drinking water, ideally, but whatever modification you want to make, I'm going to support you in that. Okay? So you're only drinking water, but here's some products, and I'll show you a few more on Tuesday. I carry these in my office. If you message me, we can ship these out to you, or I'm sure most of this stuff you could probably get online as well. This is called, and if you message me right away, we can ship stuff out, and you could at least start with this. So you want to start with electrolyte tablets. This is a good one. There's lots of different brands, but this one doesn't have any sugar. It's Nuun, N-U-U-N, and it's the Sport for electrolytes. So all of the major electrolytes while you're fasting. And the main ones, the 4 main electrolytes that you want to keep high so that you feel good and you don't crash. Because when you're in fat burning, when you're in detoxification, you are releasing a lot of junk in the body. And when you release a lot of that junk, you're releasing minerals, which are also electrolytes. So those 2 terms are interchangeable. Minerals and electrolytes are the same thing. The 4 main electrolytes that you want to keep high during this time of fasting is calcium, magnesium, sodium, and potassium. I don't want you drinking Gatorade. That's got a bunch of sugar in it. I want you can get this at a store. We don't carry this in our office. So this is something you'd need to get at the store anyway or on Amazon. They have all different flavors, pink lemonade, lime. Here's another product that you can get in the office. This is made by Premier Research Lab. This is the Vitalife brand, but Premier Research Lab has their own brand called Premier Pink Salt. You can do some of this salt, maybe a quarter of a teaspoon with a couple of tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in the morning. The apple cider vinegar will give you lots of the potassium that you need, and the pink salt will give you a bunch of trace minerals along with some sodium. So we want that sodium, potassium balance, calcium, magnesium balance. The other product that I don't have with me to show you is called Natural Calm with calcium. Natural Calm is a magnesium powder, and I want you to get the one with calcium so that we keep those 4 electrolytes high. The other product that you can get from our office is called Premier pH Minerals. These is a multi-liquid mineral, and it's got a bunch of different minerals: magnesium, chloride, sodium, potassium, and this is from the Great Salt Lake. So these are clean, healthy trace minerals. The other product that's amazing during the fasting phase when you're water fasting is hydromolecular. Molecular hydrogen. This is the Vitalife brand. We carry this in our office. This is the most powerful antioxidant that you can put in your body. This product, you put tablets. I can show you here. Little blue tablet like so. You put that in the water, about 12-16 ounces of water. Let it dissolve. Drink it right away. It creates hydrogen water, which is the most powerful antioxidant you can put in your body. So when you're water fasting, you're putting off a lot of waste products, which creates a lot of oxidation, kind of like body rust. You want to neutralize that oxidation as much as possible with molecular hydrogen. You can get that in our office. One of the products I do not have, like I said, was a Natural Calm. And then the last product I want to talk about is Bind. We carry that in our office. It's made by Systemic Formulas. Bind is really good to take right before you go to bed. Bind, because we're going to be doing so much detoxification during these 5 days. Now, all the stuff I showed you, nothing's 100% necessary other than you have to get some minerals in your system. Whether that's some pink salt and some warm water or some Noon, even if you just did Noon tablets, that would suffice. But I'm recommending you do as much of this as you can. You don't have to do all of these, but you have to do at least the electrolytes. And I would say the pink salt would be a good addition. But Bind is a binder that binds to toxins, because when you're detoxifying and going through this fat burning, you're going to be releasing a lot of toxins. The body has a tendency to recycle bile, so it's going to bring toxins in the gut back up through the hepatic portal system into the liver. We don't want to recycle toxins in the bile. We want the Bind taken right before you go to sleep, 2 hours away from any nutrients. So don't take any minerals 2 hours before you take the Bind. And then you're going to take at least 2 to 4 tablets of the Bind right before you go to bed. And that'll help toxins from recirculating through the body. So those are the tips. Tomorrow is day 1. Who's with me? No supplements. So when you're doing a 5-day water fast or any type of water fast, you don't want or need any supplements. The only thing I can say, based on, it's kind of my disclaimer statement, is if you're on prescription medications, you need to check with your doctor. I'm not here to doctor you. I'm here to coach you. I am a doctor, but I do not use my chiropractic license. I use my coaching license through the Pastoral Medical Association. I'm not here to tell you anything about yes or no for medications. So you need to check with your doctor, because you might need to have some adjustments to medications during the fast because your body's going to be more sensitive. So I can't really comment on prescription medications. You're going to have to take care of that on your own with your doctor. But if you're a client of mine, or if you're not on prescription medications and you're taking a bunch of supplements, I want you to discontinue all supplements for the 5 days, even vitamin D. Okay, so somebody's asking, should they stop taking? I've got some of my clients going through a very special advanced detoxification system called True Cellular Detox, and you should continue your True Cellular Detox supplements for the 5 days. I would, you know what? I'm going to change my mind on that. I would say yes, stop all of the True Cellular Detox supplements and drops for the 5-day fast. So if any of you are listening that are going through my True Cellular Detox program right now, no vitamin B, no vitamin C, no vitamins whatsoever. The only nutrients are minerals, water and minerals. That's it. That's all you need. Anything you add in is going to slow the process down and disrupt the process, in my opinion, and based on all of my research and all of my training and all the education that I've been through. And I've been studying fasting, believe it or not, since I was about 10 years old. I've been reading books on fasting, raw food diets, fresh juice fasting, water fasting, since I was 10 years old. So no supplements, nothing, no vitamin D. The only supplements are minerals. So tomorrow's day 1, no supplements, water and minerals only. Tomorrow you might feel a little weak, you might feel great. Any of my clients that already 24-hour fast all the time, like myself, Lynette does a 44-hour fast once a week. Lynette, you're going to be fine tomorrow. If you've never done a 5-day water fast and you're eating every 2 hours, you might be a little grumpy tomorrow. You might be a little hungry tomorrow. But within 13 to 15 hours, your body's going to switch into fat burning. And I promise you that each day is going to get a little bit easier. So tomorrow you might have a little bit of weakness. You might have a little bit of brain fog because you're not quite in fat burning yet. You're switching from sugar burning, which is up and down blood sugar, no endurance, crashes, highs and lows. And we got to switch you over into fat burning. Once we get you into fat burning, which will happen within the first 1 to 3 days, now your energy is going to be even. You're going to feel amazing. What else? One of the things you can start doing tomorrow is you can start checking your tongue. You might start seeing some coating of the tongue. And I'll talk more about the tongue later because it's one of the indicators that we use on whether or not to break the fast. So I just got a message that Davis Jaspers, the founder of Vitalife, the program that I'm utilizing right now, that I'm in the process of converting into my own program, the Put the Transformation System, he is going through the 5-day fast with us. Awesome! I love it. Okay, what else might happen? Throughout the 5 days, you might see some little rashes. Our skin is our largest elimination organ. How do we get rid of toxins? Skin, breathing in and out, peeing, pooping, sweating. If you're in, if you're ready, if you've made this decision to better your life, to do something healthy for yourself, to turn off cancer genes, to turn on autophagy, to increase stem cell production, to increase human growth hormone production, to increase testosterone, tell me that you're in. This is awesome. All right, so one of the things that also might happen is many times people have lost like skin tags, dark age spots, decrease in coloring. I have a very dark age spot that on pictures from myself 7 years ago before I went on this fasting, ketosis, intermittent fasting, whole food, clean eating program. I had a really dark age spot on the side of my face. Just the last 5-day fast we did in January, even this age spot even got lighter, and now you can barely see it. I used to have to put makeup on it to cover it. I was so self-conscious. So age spots on the back of your hand, those are just advanced glycosated end products. That's just a bunch of sugar in your system that's connected with protein and created all these black dark spots. Age spots are not normal. That's aging. Fasting will reverse aging spots. Fasting will take skin tags off of your body. So the last thing I want to explain to you is retracing. So many times when people go through fast, especially if this is your second, third, fourth fast, Every time you go through, we're going to go deeper and deeper. There's layers like an onion. The body's going to start with the most important, crucial things first. So if there's genes, if there's cells in your body right now that are replicating uncontrollably, which is cancer, where do you think your body's going to go for this first 5-day water fast? Think it's going to go to, I don't know, maybe clean out your gut, or do you think it's going to kill those cancer cells right away? It's going to kill the cancer cells. So it's going to go after the most high priority things on the outside first, the most dangerous things first, and then as you continue on this one 5-day water fast, or 7 or 8 or whatever it is, it's going to go a little bit deeper, right? And then we're going to continue healthy eating habits until the next time. And now you've already cleaned up all these outside stuff, and then it's going to go deeper and deeper and deeper. So what happens many times as you continue on this journey is maybe you had an old high school football injury in your knee, or maybe you had I don't know, some like I dislocated my left shoulder 7 years ago. I don't have any pain in it right now, but as you're going through this fasting, cleansing, healing, recycle, regeneration process, retracing occurs. So you might start having pain in different areas of your body where there are old injuries, old surgeries, old injuries, because even though you might not have pain in there right now, the body's still going to go in there and it's going to clean up any injured tissue, any diseased tissue, any scar tissue. It's going to go in there and clean it up. So when it's working on a particular area, when it's ready to work on that area, you're going to feel pain in an old area where there was something that happened in the past. And that pain is a beautiful signal that your body is healing. And it's going after that area for healing. Someone said I fast 2 days a week, but I keep failing the extended 21 days. Maybe I'll just stick to the shorter 4 or 5 day. Yeah, somebody's talking about their fasting. I'd say to go at least 5 days is super powerful, but you're going to get major benefits from even doing 3-day fasts. So you don't have to do a 21-day water fast. The longest I've ever fasted was 12 days. It's not, 21 days isn't for everybody. Your body might not need that. So we're just going to go with what your body is telling us, and I'm going to teach you over the next 5 days what to look for, when to know when it's time to stop, when to know when it's time to continue going, and I'll guide you along each of those decisions as we go. So I think that's a good prelude for the start of our 5-day water fast, or 7-day or 8-day. I've got a bunch of my clients here commenting that they're going to go 7, 8 days. I know a lot of you are going to do the Pro Loan kit. I'm going to do an amazing special on that kit, so it's going to be even less expensive than it was last time, because I want to make it really easy for you to convert over to do that kit. It's a great way to break the fast. So post your questions, either Facebook message me or post in any of the comments wherever you are watching me right now, whether it's in YouTube, whether it's on one of my Facebook groups, or whether it's in my personal profile page. Post your comments, post your questions. I will do my best to get at those questions every 24 hours. And then anybody that registers, you have to register to be sent the guide. When you register and you get sent the guide, we're also going to email you every day the replay from the night before. So if you're registered tomorrow earlier in the day, my marketing team, Paulina, she's going to email you this replay and some specific instructions for the next day. So tonight's Sunday. Happy Easter. We're starting fresh tomorrow morning. Enjoy your food tonight. Tomorrow is day 1. Tonight's training was getting ready and prepped for the week and what to expect for day 1. I will be going live tomorrow at 4 p.m. to get you prepped and go over day 2. And then Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, we're going to go over day 3. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, we're going to go over day 4. Thursday night, 7 o'clock, we're going to go over day 5. Friday night, 7 o'clock, I'm going to talk to you about extending your fast, or how to break your fast, or how to go into the Pro Loan fasting mimicking diet instead. So we're going to cover all the details. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. And by the way, I am also going on this journey with you. I am fasting with you. I am water fasting with you. I would not expect or ask you to do something that I wasn't willing to do as well. As my mentor, Dr. Daniel Pompa, says, I am living it to lead it. So I am going to be signing off now. This is Dr. CJ Benkert with Pura Vida Wellness, helping you, inspiring you, encouraging you, motivating you to live your purest life in mind, body, and spirit. Peace out, everybody. It's going to be awesome. And I will see everybody tomorrow at 4 p.m. Don't forget to register.